Let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a big inhale, raising the arms, placing the palms together. Exhale, slowly sweeping them down to the ground. Big inhale, arms overhead, really feel that expansion. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades together. One more time. Inhale those arms overhead and exhale them down. We'll inhale once more and get ready to exhale, twisting to one side. Really allow this twist to come from the center of the body. Big inhale to return back to center. Exhale, switching opposite sides. Settle the fingers down onto the mat. Letting each exhale pull you a little deeper. Inhale to center. Let's go ahead and grab one of the wrists and exhale, leaning over to the side, feeling a side body stretch. Coming back to the top, switching sides, grab hold of the opposite wrist. Inhale and exhale to lean. Inhaling back up to the top. Exhale those fingertips down to the mat. We're going to go ahead and draw the elbow all the way up for these monkey stretches. Bringing up each side, engaging and squeezing out the back. 4 in total. Here's the last one. And exhale down. Let's go ahead and take those legs out from underneath us, coming into a nice tabletop position. We'll go ahead and do a couple of cat-cows here as we inhale, drop the belly, raise the tailbone and the chest. Exhale, rounding the back, pressing through the palms. Pull the belly button in. Inhale. Take a couple of these passes at your own breath's pace. Let's get ready to dig in through those toes, extending the left leg, and we're going to squeeze it to that left elbow. Extending it back out, squeeze it for a total of 3 times. Here's 2, last one, and settle it back down. Reaching out the right leg, squeeze and crunch, lots of energy to that right arm. Here's 2. Keep everything stabilized, core is engaged. Exhale that knee to elbow, settling that leg down. Coming into hero's pose, inhale, exhale, cactus arms, opening up the heart. Let's go ahead and come into a nice thread the needle. Inhale, sweeping the arm under, letting the shoulder and the forehead relax on the mat. Coming back up, opposite side, right arm goes up. Exhale, threading it through, shoulder and temple rest on the mat. Pressing through back to tabletop position. And come onto the belly. Forearms underneath the shoulders, resting the tops of the feet onto the mat. We're going to inhale, opening up the chest, keeping the core nice and tight. We're going to put a bend in the right leg and gaze over towards the left side, trying to peer at that foot. Bending the left leg, peering over the right shoulder, trying to gaze at that foot. And release the foot down. We're going to get ready to extend the arms behind our back, taking a big inhale here, lifting the chest, lifting the feet, keeping the toes together, and trying to rise a little bit further with that chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeezing the back, and resting the right temple down onto the mat. Take one more breath here. Let's go ahead and begin to lift the arms, squeezing through the shoulder blades, lifting the feet, squeezing the toes together. Squeeze everything, core nice and tight. And releasing the opposite temple onto the mat. Taking one more breath as we begin to place the palms onto the mat. Tuck those toes and come into a modified downward facing dog where we begin to pedal the feet, extending one hamstring at a time. Feeling the awakeness in the legs. And we're going to deeply bend and extend the legs. Bend to extend. One more time, bending in and extend. We're going to inhale that left foot off the mat. Exhale, bring it through to a nice little runner's lunge, settling that back knee on the mat. Inhale those arms, exhale into cactus arms. We'll place the hands down on the mat for a moment as we lift the back knee. Inhale that chest back up and open. Inhale arms overhead for high crescent lunge. Squeezing at both legs. We're going to open to the right side, pivoting that back foot down at an angle, opening up the arms for warrior two, gazing over the front fingertips. Reverse warrior, back arm goes down, extending top arm overhead. And floating through, kicking that foot back into a full plank position and floating through that vinyasa. Exhale to lower, inhale to rise. Exhale, pushing those hips all the way back up to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Rebend the knees. Lengthen 3 times. Last one. Lengthening the legs. Inhaling the right leg off the mat. Exhale, bring it through to runner's lunge. Back knee goes down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale to cactus arms. We'll get ready to settle those feet onto the mat as we support the back leg, lifting it nice and high, extending arms up overhead, high crescent lunge, big inhale. And we'll get ready to take warrior two on the opposite side as we pivot that back foot, opening up the arms, gazing over those front fingertips, relaxing the shoulders down. Reverse warrior, dropping the back arm, extending the top arm. Let's get ready to windmill that arm down, floating through our last vinyasa here. Exhale to lower, pushing the elbows to the back of the room. Inhale, rising, and pushing back into child's pose. Let's go ahead and now take a seated position with the soles of the feet together, flapping the knees. Creating a little energy and small stretches into the hips. With some assistance, we're going to use those elbows to press the knees further away from the body. Give a couple little presses here. And then we're going to get ready to go into cow's head, just as we did on day 3. We're going to place that top foot as close as we can towards the hip. Inhaling that arm up towards the sky. Exhale as we lean over. It doesn't matter which side you start with here. Big inhale, opposite side. Exhale. And then we're going to inhale back to neutral. Exhale for a forward bow. Really feeling the sensation in the top hip. Let's switch sides here. Using some assistance to get that top foot close to the hip. Just take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale the arm up. Exhale to lean. Opposite side here. And we'll get ready to take a big inhale back to neutral. Exhale, forward bow. Now feeling the deep stretch coming from the opposite hip, from that top leg. Let's kick out those feet from underneath us and open them wide on the mat. Keeping those toes nice and flexed, we're gonna go ahead and lean over to one side for an open side stretch. Feel free to add in the top arm for a little bit of a deeper sensation here. Coming back up, twisting towards the opposite side now. So we're taking the opposite arm to opposite leg. If you want a deeper stretch, you can inhale, exhale, try to reach a little bit more. And we'll begin to take the same stretch on the opposite side. Begin to take the open stretch. And let's go ahead and inhale here. Get ready to switch sides. Exhale, opposite arm to opposite foot. Feeling the stretch in the inner thigh. Maybe exhale to go a little deeper. Now we're going to go ahead and bring the legs together and lengthen them long. We're going to take one leg and put a bend in it, keeping the foot nice and flexed. We're going to go ahead and lift that foot and put it into the crease of the elbow, and we're just going to hug the leg here. We're going to support the leg as we rock the foot, keeping that toe nice and flexed. Rocking gently here, feeling it on the outside of the leg. And then we'll go ahead and cross that foot over, coming into a seated twist. We'll get ready to take that same sequence on the opposite side here. Let's go ahead, keep a nice little flex in the foot, supporting that leg, lifting the foot to bring it into the crease of the elbow. Now staying slightly turned towards the side gives a little bit of tension off the hip, but if you can come all the way facing forward, we get a little bit of a deeper stretch in that outside leg. Rocking gently here. And then let's get ready to cross that foot over the opposite leg. Sit nice and tall, coming into a seated twist. Feel free to use that elbow as a little hook to get us into a deeper twist here. We'll get ready to slowly unbind as we allow the legs to fully lengthen. Exhale to forward fold. Coming all the way back up, big inhale, those arms up overhead. Exhale, releasing them to cactus arms, letting them float to the back of the mat. Good job, guys. You guys are all done with today's recovery yoga. Namaste.